Welcome to episode 5 of the Talkin Football with Larlar podcast. I am, of course, your host, AZ Larlar. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of this podcast that we have started to do since the start of the football season. And we are doing this live on twitch.tv/azlarlar. Once again, as always, we always do this podcast on Twitch live, and it will be then up the next day on YouTube on my second channel, AZ Larlar Plus. Just an obvious reminder to anyone who is listening or may potentially want to join for the next episode. You guys are always free to do so because I read chat and I want you guys to obviously be involved. So, with that being said, we obviously once again have our three usual guests of Max, RBM, and Brandon. Welcome back, everybody.
It is.
What's up? What's up?
So, this is a rhetorical question, but is this the weirdest NFL season of all time?
It's
up there.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Still a little early, but
Yeah, no, we'll get to that. Yeah. So once again, as always, we will be checking out how we did over the course of the NFL season, and so I actually forgot to put up a timer, so you can probably add 3 minutes to this timer here. Anyways, so yeah, let's go on ahead and check out the recap of Pick'ems, because as mentioned a couple seconds ago, is this the weirdest NFL season ever? I'm not quite sure, because let me just tell you this right now. I went 7-7 this week for Pick'ems. So obviously the teams that fucked me here were the Rams, the Dolphins, the Eagles, the Cardinals, Chargers, Bills, and the Chiefs. Bills and Chiefs surprisingly lost here, but once again, we are going to get on with those games when we get to them. So, yeah, crazy week in the NFL, and let's go ahead and get started. So, once again, per usual, as we have been doing for the last couple of weeks, we have been starting off the episode with all the blowout games first, because I feel like, personally for me, and I hope this works well as well, we want to at least get these games out of the way really quickly, just to say a couple things. So let's go ahead and get started here with our first game of this slate. And that is the fact that I think CJ Stroud is back. The Texans decimate the injured Ravens 44-10 in Baltimore. The Texans, I mean, here's all I will say in regards to the Texans, or this game in particular. Obviously, when the NFL schedule makers put this out, Texans, Ravens, Lamar Jackson going up against CJ Stroud, this is going to be an all-star AFC matchup, but now everybody on the Ravens, they're basically just all injured. So CJ Stroud took advantage, and now the Houston Texans are back now, 2-game winning streak. CJ Stroud with a 4-touchdown day, unreal, while Cooper Rush just struggled mightily with 3 picks. The Ravens, personally for me at the moment, they need to get Lamar Jackson back, but they are just currently dead in the water right now.
I agree. Although I think it's too early to say the Texans are back, because I think this said a lot more about that decimated Ravens defense, because my God, they couldn't stop an autumn fart.
Well, here's the thing. You want to know the Texans' 3 upcoming games? They
Go
got
ahead.
at Seahawks versus 49ers versus Broncos, and then actually 4th game versus Jaguars.
Ooh, that's a pretty difficult. Oh man,
So,
damn.
I understand it's the Ravens, listen, man, I think the Ravens are dead. I don't think they're coming back. That's what I think. I think they're done. I think, Cooper Rush, man, I mean, I just don't know if he fits his system. That's just the thing. This system is very heavy RPO run style, right? Because of Lamar. When they had Tyler Huntley, he could also do that, right? Shoot, when they even had
Yep.
Josh Johnson, he could do that.
oh
They
yeah,
had QBs that could fit the system. Shoot, even Trace McSorley could run that system perfectly
oh man,
fine,
that's a
right?
name.
Yeah, right.
That is a name.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yes, Cooper Rush was a good backup on the Cowboys. He had a good positive record when he started, but that offense wasn't RPO heavy as this one, right? So when it comes to the fakes, when it comes to the play action pass, like you kind of know what's happening, which makes it predictable. Now, granted, that doesn't excuse the 3 picks that he did because the Ravens defense, dog, I've never
Terrible.
seen a defense. I mean, not just a Ravens defense that's this bad. Just man, I don't know.
It's
The fact that
it's
they got blown 44-10 at their own home says a lot. So, and last thing I'll add this too. Now the Ravens, they got the Rams next, then the Bears, then the Dolphins. They got to at least win one game out of here, right? So,
Probably.
yeah,
we
but
gotta see. I don't know.
there is personally a universe where they lose all 3 of those games, and if
Oh
they
boy,
if they drop all those games, they would be 1 and
and
7.
7.
That would be
7.
that would probably be if it, not the probably that would be the worst record under a Lamar Jackson led Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, by far,
And-
Oh,
far.
absolutely.
Oh my god. I just look I'm not a fan of the Ravens, but I want Lamar Jackson to have success, man. I want him to
you're a Lamar
get a
fan. You're a
bowl,
Lamar
man.
fan.
At least get one Super Bowl ring, just so he can say that he at least won it all, But
Right.
man, it is not looking great over there.
The way things are looking, it ain't gonna be this year.
Yeah, nope.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't think the Ravens have been 1-4 under Lamar's regime. So
And
Nope.
I think what I've also remembered, especially I think from Cross, or maybe it was it was a tweet on Twitter where they mentioned how the AFC is probably the most wide open it's been.
it
Yet
is.
now the Ravens
Yeah.
are just ass. So
And
Yeah.
I would say
just
the Chiefs- I would say
terrible
the
luck.
Chiefs were the same way, but the Chiefs are also 2-3, right? So now you have all these other teams coming up in the mix.
Yep. So I'm actually kind of glad that it's like that, but man, the Ravens really just but anyways, let's move on here to our next game. Once again, we won't dwell too much into the blowout games here. The our next game here is for another AFC matchup, and let me tell you, that man Indiana Jones continues to win in Indiana over the very, very mediocre Las Vegas Raiders, 40-6. I mean, again, this is just clinical from Daniel Jones. 20 of 29, 212 for 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, 17 for 66 with 3 rushing touchdowns. So amazing game here from Jonathan Taylor. But on the other side, my God, Geno Smith, 2 picks again. Just not great from Geno Smith at all. And the Raiders just continue to be mid. They just continue to be mid while the Colts just continue to be great. So, yeah.
I mean, I said it like time and time again. When you have no O line like the Raiders, you have no time to throw the ball. And Gino is not exactly he's not exactly a running quarterback. So when you don't exactly give him time in the pocket, he's not going to do well.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, are we surprised about these Geno Smith numbers so far? Because I'm not really surprised, to be fully honest.
I'm
I'm
not
not
either.
surprised at all.
Yeah, like the man can throw. We know the man. I think he's like second or third right now in passing yards, which he is like every
He's third.
year. Yeah, which he is every year. But he's leading the league in interceptions once again. He's kind of pulling like a 2015 to 2018 Jameis Winston right
Yeah.
now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's throwing for so many yards, but he's throwing so many picks in return, where it's just hurting everybody, right? And I feel bad because Ashton Genty looks good. He looks good on this team, but he's like the only bright spot. And honestly, Trey Tucker too.
I don't know. Brock Bowers also is looking
Yeah,
kind of decent.
yeah, obviously
but
Brock Bowers. Yeah, you're right.
Given the
Yeah, you're right. So I don't know, man. It's bad. Max
I
Crosby
don't
has not been
like.
Max Crosby has not been like that it factor. Like I haven't seen like besides the Patriots game, like he's been
in
like
the
that
Bears
it.
game.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
The Bears
Yeah,
game,
and the
yeah.
Bears game, yeah.
Yeah, and the Bears game. So I don't know, man. It's not looking good for Pete Carroll right now. Well, I mean, I wouldn't even say it's Pete Carroll's fault. It's really just like a lot of mistakes. So
Like, if you want my honest opinion, I think the Raiders should do a full scale rebuild.
yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately, they paid Gino for the next 3 years, so they're kind of
Shit.
stuck with what they have.
Yep.
You know, I completely forgot about the fact that they paid him for 3 years, but at the same time, even if they tried to do a rebuild, I don't think Pete Carroll would want to do a rebuild. So,
Yeah.
He can be paid for being a backup, like Kirk Cousins.
yeah, but then that would mean like
That would just be
okay.
a pseudo rebuild at that point.
Yeah, I guess a pseudo rebuild would have to be the way, but I mean, these Raiders are just so mid, man. I just have no faith in anything that they're doing at the moment. They really have to like show me something. But putting 6 points up against the Indianapolis Colts, just my God, dude, just what are we doing, man? I hope they figured it out at some point, but I have been low on the Raiders literally since like May, and
Oh,
so
Yeah.
and they're very clearly proving my point in terms of everything.
I thought they were gonna be at least a bit better, but this is fucking awful.
Yeah, it's bad. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to our next game here, and well, I mean,
Go on.
He doesn't want to talk about it. I understand.
I don't really exactly want to talk about it, but obviously
You don't got to. We can just be like,
No.
But
This
you
is a
got
football. This is a football podcast. We are going to do our due diligence. But
so
the
professional.
Cowboys win big, as the Jets are now the only winless team in the NFL where they lose 37-22 against the Dallas Cowboys. That man Dak Prescott was absolutely slinging it for a 4-touchdown day of 18 of 29, 237 yards with 4 touchdown passes. And then Javonte Williams, I'm so glad for this man, dude. 16 attempts for 135 with 1 touchdown. Flournoy, 6 receptions for 114, but George Pickens also showed up. Jake Ferguson showed up. So obviously Cowboys still very good, you know? They're still very good. Now, on the other side, oh my goodness. I mean, what do we... Okay, guys. I will say this on record as of right now, okay? This is October 8th, 2025, right? So, obviously, my Jets are now 0-5. What an absolute disappointing start from start to finish. We are basically the worst team in the NFL right now. Nobody can say otherwise. Literally the only winless team in the NFL right now. It's an absolute joke. Absolute joke. And there, again, I feel like I say this every single week, but the Jets just have no fight in them, especially that defense. I don't know what Steve Wilkes is doing over there. I don't know what he does during the week, but whatever he is doing is clearly just not good enough. If anything, it is mere shit, all right?
Whoa.
It is absolute shit work in terms of what he is doing, because the defense has no fight, and the offense, somehow, some way, the offense is the most competent thing here. Yet, the only thing is, though, is that when we get to the competent part, it's always in garbage time. Always in garbage time. And what I mean by that is when I look at Justin Fields' stats, right, for 32 completions, for 46 attempts, for 283 yards, I can guarantee you at least 150 of those came in garbage time. Guarantee. I can absolutely guarantee that. And, guys, the Jets it's just not looking great. So here's what I will say, because I would like to keep my rant short this week, but here is what I will say in regards to the Jets for the rest of this season. Okay? Obviously, everybody is calling for Aaron Glenn to get fired. Everybody get fired. Guys, it's way too early for that. Yes! People are done. We're done. We're like, well, not me, but folks are done already. You know, we're already, like, folks are already done with this entire thing. But here's what I will say, right? I'm not going to be calling for him to get fired. There's no way I can do that, at least in my opinion. But what I will say is this. If the Jets lose in London against Denver, and we lose against the Carolina Panthers the week following, then I am pulling and hoping for an 0-17 season. Swear to God.
Oh, man.
I'm being so serious. I want them number 1 pick. If we lose if we lose these next 2 games here, I will want that number 1 pick now.
I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of go off of what Urinating Tree said about the Jets this last week. This Jets defense has been quiet quitting this entire season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised. Well, it's not that I'm not surprised. It's just that like what is going on? Is it Steve Wilkes and his calling? Like, what is going on? Do they not like Aaron Glenn as a head coach? Like, what is going on? Because this is just ridiculous.
It might have something to do with Steve Wilkes, because I don't think it's an Aaron Glenn issue.
Yeah, because Aaron Glenn's a former Jet. There's no way.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I agree with that too.
The only bright spots I can say about the Jets offense is
Garrett Wilson.
I mean, they're Garrett Wilson, Breece
Hall ran for over 100 yards.
And Justin Fields is trying. He's doing his damnedest.
But also, taking 5 sacks though.
Yeah.
Yeah, when your O-line is like Swiss cheese, like, what can you do? It's the same thing I said about Geno. And the same thing I'll say about Justin Fields. You have no O-line, you're not going to have time to throw. Only difference is Justin Fields is a rushing quarterback, so...
You know what's so crazy to me? It's like it's almost like we just tried our damnedest after week 1 and then just realized, yeah, we got no more games after this. So...
Well, that's see, and here's my thing too, right? Well, 2 things. One, the week 1, everyone was like, "Whoa, this yeah." I mean, y'all lost, but high scoring. Aaron Rodgers. Now, people didn't really expect Aaron Rodgers to be like Packers Aaron Rodgers that game, but Justin Fields looked great. Like I was like, okay, hold up. But Larlar, to your point too, the last couple of years, the Jets has really been known for their defense, right? The last couple of years. Yeah, now it's kind of like the opposite. Now it's like the offense is like the one. Now, granted, the offense, there still needs to be a lot of work, but the offense is really the one that's at least trying to keep staying in the game rather than the whole defense. Like, people are like, yo, Sauce Gardner is not like rookie Sauce Gardner for some reason all of a sudden. Like, the William brothers aren't being competent like what we used to see them. I mean, it's like Will McDonald, like he'll have his bright spots too, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just a scheme because Steve Wilkes. I mean, I can attest to this because obviously we had him for so many years on the Panthers, and when we had a number 1 defense. Granted, we had Kuechly, we had Thomas Davis, we had Kurt Coleman, all these guys, but he was calling those plays, and we were the number 1 defense when our offense was complete garbage. So I don't know if it's just a scheme that he's calling or all of a sudden, but. I don't know, man. Something just needs to be fixed.
Well, I mean, what is their defensive scheme anyway? Is it a 3-4? Is it a 4-3?
I mean, Larlar can attest to it more. It looks like it's a 4-3.
I think it's a 4-3, but I'm not quite sure.
Okay, because the previous defensive regime was a 3-4. So I think they're
Right.
trying to. I think they're trying to adjust to a 4-3
Right.
defense,
Right. When he
and
was on the
something is
Panthers,
not working.
right. When he was with us on the Panthers, we ran the 4-3 the whole time, really. So I don't know, Larlar. Just, I don't know.
Look, I
And
think
Brees Hall fumbled too.
look, I also it just doesn't help that there's just rumblings regarding apparent trade deadline things where apparently the Jets are going to be a fire sale at the trade deadline. I'm not quite sure how to react to that. Because if I'm being completely honest in here with you guys, there is one player that there is a potential chance that he might get traded, and that's Brees Hall. And I'm not
Oh
sure
yeah.
if I'm ready to accept that.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
I mean,
Look,
I'll say the same thing for the Jets that I've been saying for the Raiders. I think what y'all need to do is a full-scale rebuild,
I
and I don't think you have any of those like
They've been rebuilding
dead
for years.
yeah, we've been rebuilding for a long ass time, RBM. I don't think a full ass rebuild is really gonna exactly do anything. I think for me personally, what we have to do is just try to stay the course here, because there's no way. I will be very shocked if somehow, some way, Aaron Glenn gets fired here, and also we gotta move on. But anyways,
yeah.
we're gonna stay the course here, and if the Jets lose the next two games, then I will want an 0-17 season at that point. Give me the number
Yeesh.
one pick, and at that point, just we'll just stay it at that. Also, what's up, LCB? London, yes, sir, because Denver, New York Jets is in London this upcoming Sunday. And King is also in the chat here. He said, rebuilds don't work when the organization doesn't know how to make a winning team. Speaking from experience. Yeah, exactly. The Jets have been having a losing season literally since 2015, and we haven't gone to the playoffs since 2010. All right? It is 2025, and I'm starving
Yeah.
for a playoff appearance at this point.
Yeah, y'all are like hella overdue.
So, yeah. But anyways, that's all I will say about this game here, and in terms of the Jets. Let's move on. With that being said, this next game was pretty much a semi blowout up until probably the fourth quarter, where somehow, some way, this team started to like get some scores and Jamar Chase started scoring and whatnot. But still, though, the Lions continue to win over the Bengals 37-24. I don't know where my other game here went, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it up here. 37-24 for the Lions and the Bengals. I mean, in terms of the Lions, they're still very, very good. Jared Goff, 3 touchdowns. Montgomery, Sonic and Knuckles, they're just way too damn good. Amon-Ra St. Brown, too damn good. Sam Laporta, too damn good. We will obviously talk about Joe Flacco signing with the Bengals, or not signing, being traded to the Bengals to basically replace Jake Browning, because, my God, look at the stat line right here. 26 of 40 for Jake Browning, 251 yards for 3 touchdowns, and 3 picks, and took 2 sacks.
It sucks.
And somehow, some way, Jamar Chase got 6 receptions for 110 yards for 2 touchdowns. Probably his best game in a while here. And there was like a stat line where at one point in the game, Jamar Chase was the leading tackler, which is crazy.
That's so funny.
That is
all
insane.
all 3 interceptions. He had all 3 tackles.
That's so funny, bro.
So, what do we think about this game here? I mean, obviously, we'll talk more about the Bengals when we get to the Flacco trade, but in terms of the Lions, I mean, the Lions are just amazing, man.
To be fair, the Lions almost kind of blew this one.
They did, but you know, they still won it though. I mean, in the end.
Mm-hmm. And I'll say this about every single team. There are times where you need to keep the foot on the throat. If you are blowing them out, blow them the fuck out. Don't let them come back in garbage time. And the Lions, they almost let the Bengals come back in garbage time. So, gotta be careful. And there's a team I'm going to talk about doing just that later.
King says facts in the
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah. You know. I mean, I don't have much to say, to be honest with you. I mean, bro, Jesus Christ can stand in that pocket and he'll get sacked. Like it's that Giants O line is just pitiful, dog. I'm just surprised Jamar Chase had over 100 yards in that game. I'm honestly shocked that he did.
Pretty sure also most of it came in the fourth quarter too.
It did. It
So
did. And I think those passes were like slants or like post routes, so it weren't like deep shots either. So most of it just
yeah.
came from Chase kind of doing purpose yards after the catch. But and I'll say this real quick. I mean, shoot. I mean, Jake Browning, he's a nice guy, but this dude had like 3 full chances to prove himself that he can be a competent like backup QB stepping in for Joe Burrow. So I'm surprised that Flacco got traded over there. I'm surprised he's a quarterback, and I know we'll talk about it later. But it's I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't got much to say with this. And with the Lions though, I mean, typical Lions fashion. I mean, not too much to add there.
All right. Well, I'm sure somebody here is going to be talking about this next game a lot here. Because, let me tell you, this team is now officially back, I think. But the Commanders win as Jaden Daniels returns over the Chargers 27-10. So, Max, I will give you the floor here. Jaden Daniels is back, and man, that offense looks good with that man in the helm. So, go ahead.
Well, even though Jaden came back, the true story here is Ja'Cory Cross game married. Bill, if I may so please.
Bill. Yep.
Bill.
Big Bill Nye, the science guy, came in the SoFi Stadium, bruh, and ran all over that damn defense, and that shit was beautiful, bruh. Jaden looks good again. Thank God for that. That Packers game never happened. I don't know what we're talking about here. Jaden looks good. They're kind of disrespectful for practicing their celebration in the huddle when he threw that touchdown to Debo in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
they practiced that shit, and then they scored it. There's some real demons. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the team looks good. I know people gonna be like, "Oh, with Chargers, they're all injured," but man, fuck, it's football, nigga. Shut up, man. People are gonna be injured every day, and yet they're gonna still try and show up for the team. It's just football, bro. Like Mariota came in, showed up, showed out, and you just got to get over the injuries and be a better player. And clearly, Justin Herbert could only score a singular touchdown, didn't get them to a field goal, and yet after that, we held them. The defense surprisingly looked good for once in their lives. Let's see. That's really it. Team was good. Got the Bears coming up.
Gonna be a big game.
Yeah. There's a lot going on because one, the Hail Mary. Two, Ben Johnson declined us because he called us basketball guys when he came for that coaching job. So there's a lot going over there.
And Max, the Commanders are wearing their black uniforms again against the Bears.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now,
yeah.
I'll talk a bit more about that Bears game when we get to it. But I think we'll hope we win. I'm honestly looking more forward towards the Cowboys and Chiefs later. But yeah.
And
hope we win.
Yeah.
I can say that we finally beat a good team despite the injuries. Justin Herbert's still very good, and he can clearly not beat Jaden Daniels for some reason. So, But yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna bring it up because I mean, in terms of Commanders and the positivityness, I mean, I feel like you hit it all on the coffin here. It's just that like with Jaden, when he's in at quarterback, it just makes everybody better. And
it's
clearly,
a different aura, bro.
It's so clear that the Commanders of this week compared to the Commanders of last week you could just tell that this Commanders team is just so good.
Came to fucking play.
So good with Jaden Daniels. And I'm so glad because, look, man, Jaden Daniels, first off, rookie from last season and reached the NFC Championship game. Insanity, all right?
Go.
Insanity. NFC Championship game. Almost went to the Super Bowl. Can you imagine? Well, I'm not going to get into the hypotheticals here, but
I would have cried.
so let's I guess in terms of the Chargers, are we worried about this team?
Yes.
No.
Very
Yes.
Yes. Here's why.
Okay. I want to hear why.
Here's why, RBM. Here's Larlar. Omarion Hampton is now on IR.
Yep.
So that's not Haskins. That's Harris and Hampton on IR. That means Kamani Vital and Hassan Haskins are next men up, which is not saying that they're going to be bad, but that's a huge blow to their rushing game.
Not to mention that Joe Alt being out is kind
of
it's starting to show some flaws in that offensive line.
Yeah, because Rashawn Slater's already out for the season. Now you lost both of your tackles, right? So offensive wise, like yes, you got Keenan Allen, yes, you got Quentin Johnson, who's looking really, really good now. Yes, you got Ladd McConkey. Yes, you got Tyler Conklin. You got all these guys. Now it's just the inferior of the offense where you better hope it doesn't go down, right? Better hope it doesn't go down. And man, the Chargers defense, bro, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but it didn't look good that game either. And then they got hit at home. So
look,
I'm getting a little worried.
I'm not honestly worried because still, for example, the Chargers still won 3 games, and those 3 teams were divisional opponents. I'm not gonna be worried if they who do they face next week? They face
they face the Dolphins, then the Colts, then the VIkings.
Oh.
Now they lose to the Dolphins.
Now, yeah, I will say this: if they lose to the Dolphins, sorry, King, then I will be worried. But honestly, I'm not worried too much. Like I'm not.
Yeah, they're in Miami next week.
Yeah,
so
I'm not going too much, but yeah. So in terms of the Chargers, I'm not too worried for them. But in terms of the Commanders, Jaden Daniels is back, and as long as he's healthy, the Commanders will win games. There you
go. Yeah. I'm a little worried. So
no, that's okay. But all right, so now let's move on to our next game here, and we're going to get into the games that stood out, obviously, to everybody that were close or semi-close, etc. So let's go on ahead and just talk about the game that happened on Thursday, also in SoFi Stadium. And this one was a bit of a shocker because 49ers team in general is just overall injured to hell and back. So how in the world did they win this game? The 49ers escape LA with a win over the Rams 26-23, where we saw Mac freaking Jones go 33-49, 342 yards against that defense, by the way. 2 touchdowns and took 1 sack. And Kendrick Bourne, god damn, 10 receptions, 142 yards. Christian McCaffrey taking most of the load, of course, because once again, everybody's freaking injured on that team. In terms of the Rams, though, Stafford, 30-47, 3 touchdown passes, also took a sack. Kyron Williams did some work. Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. It's crazy because the Rams didn't really have that bad of a game anyway. It's just when it came down to it, in overtime, they just lost to a field goal. So, what do we think, guys? Are we worried about the Rams here? I'm not personally worried, but I'm more surprised about the fact the 49ers won. So,
no, I'm not worried about the Rams. I'm more worried about Brock Purdy. Here's why, right?
Oh boy, it's starting to get there.
Go back to what draft was it? 2020? I think it was the 2020 draft. People were saying 49ers draft Mac Jones. This man can fit well in the Shanahan system and all that. But no, they traded up to get Trey Lance, right? So So people always wonder.
That's 2021.
2021. Yeah, you're right. So people always wonder, like, okay, let's see what Mac Jones can do. This man fits in this system very, very well. Now, granted, this dude was beat up. He was beaten up by the end of this game, man. I don't know how he held in.
Dying on the field, but
Yeah,
that
he
man
was.
beaten up.
He was.
But I mean, and he's saying all the right things, saying like, "Hey, this is Brock's team. I'm just trying to get up some wins, so when he comes back, he doesn't have a hole to come out of." Right? That's being a good teammate. But this dude, man, like he's looking really, really good. Shoot, 49ers fans were saying Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne were looking like Joe Montana and Jerry Rice out
Whoa,
there.
whoa.
Yeah, one good game.
I mean, look, I'm not worried about the Rams at all. Matthew Stafford did what he could do. He really did what he could do, right? Mac Jones just did it at the perfect time, and I don't know. They just paid Brock Purdy, so they're stuck with him regardless. But let's see what happens. I don't know if he's playing next week or not. But the next 3 games, the 49ers got the Buccaneers, which is gonna be a good one, the Falcons, and the Texans. So we'll see. We'll see.
Any other
But yeah,
thoughts?
I'm not worried about the Rams.
Yeah, I'm not worried either.
I'm a bit higher on the 49ers, though. I'll say that.
Oh, yeah, I'm 100% more high on the Niners because I was definitely underrating them for the past couple of weeks here. But now that they won against, in my opinion, I thought a top 5 team. Oh, yeah, they're 100%. I'm back on the ride here with them. So,
yeah.
But okay. Plan. How may I take your order?
So, okay, let's touch on this really quickly.
Wait. Sorry.
What?
Before you say that, though, I think since for 49ers, though, they're about to get more dangerous because I think George Kittle's coming back soon.
That is correct.
So,
that is correct. Yeah.
So, yeah. So now I'm more worried.
Yes. So
there's potential for Brock Purdy to come back next week.
So I was actually going to get to that. I was actually going to get to that really quickly. And I want everybody to say this in a couple of words, just make it quick. Is there going to be a QB controversy by the end of the season?
It depends. It depends on if Brock gets either injured again and Mac continues to balls out, or if Brock comes back but he struggles real bad. That's all it depends. All Brock has to do is come back and play well, be a game manager, not a game changer, just a manager. If he does that, then I think they're fine.
Yeah, I'm on the boat of there will be a QB controversy by the end of the season. Anyways.
But they can't get rid of him. They just paid him.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
I don't think there'll be QB controversy. I think it's still going to be Brock Purdy's team no matter what happens. So,
all right. Fair enough. Let's move on to our next game here. This game was in London town for LCB, because there will be multiple games over there in London. But in terms of this, and King says there won't be a QB controversy, but there will be buyer's remorse. Fair enough. Next game here, once again in London, because the Minnesota VIkings got it done over the Browns here. And this wasn't the best game for the VIkings, but they at least got it done over this gritty Browns defense, which is still one of the best in the NFL. Carson Wentz, 25 of 34 here, 236 yards for 1 touchdown, took 3 sacks. Jordan Mason, that run game couldn't really exactly go in for the Minnesota VIkings, but man, Justin Jefferson, 7 receptions for 123 yards. Jordan Addison returns, and then he actually also caught a touchdown as well. So the Vikings are still pretty damn good, guys, even with Carson Wentz at the helm. And Dylan Gabriel's first start, by the way, and he threw 19 of 33 for 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, took 2 sacks. Judkins, though, for 23 attempts, rushing 110 yards. at least there you got something going there. The Browns didn't look that bad on offense. You know,
Yeah, I heard Dylan Gabriel.
It really didn't look that bad. So, what are our thoughts with these two teams here?
I just heard mostly that Gabriel doesn't really look too bad. So, that's good for them, I guess.
Yeah, and this game was actually like pretty damn close. Like when you look at this box score here, it was tied in the first quarter, and then the Browns actually led for most of the second quarter, and then they scored a touchdown in the third, both of them, and then the Vikings won it because of a touchdown in the fourth. So,
Sponsors.
it was actually a pretty damn close game, and the Browns really could have easily won this game if it came down to it, but the Vikings came out in the end.
No, yeah.
Yeah, judging by the highlights I saw of this game, it looked kind of ugly at first, but I'll give the Vikings this. They rallied. They did what they needed to do. They escaped London with a dub.
Yeah, I'll say this. I'm gonna give flowers to Quishon Judkins, bro. That man, that's a bad man right there, man.
32 long yarder, by the way. 32 running. His longest play was 32 yards rushing. So
yeah,
they got something there.
Yeah, and I think
Browns
people
had
forget
a really good draft.
Yeah, I agree, and I think people forget how good David Njoku is. That man also kind of balled out. He, showed his full body potential like he always does. And Dylan Gabriel, all he needed to do was if he just doesn't turn the ball over. I mean, which he didn't do. I still think there's times where he's holding on the ball for a little too long, but I mean, it's his first start as a rookie in a whole nother continent. So,
yeah.
So I mean, he did what he needed to do. So, now what I'm just very curious about now is, look, they got the Steelers next, then they got the Dolphins, then they got the Patriots. So,
that's a tough task.
He's basically the starter for the rest of the season. If we think about it, not basically, he is the starter for the rest of the season. So we'll see what the Browns can do. If he does bad, boy, Browns fans are gonna be calling on Shador like no other.
Yeah.
I was gonna say don't let him get hurt, or else it'll be Shador season.
Shador QB2, nigga. Yes, sir. Thank God for the Bengals. Shador is quarterback number 2.
Look, man, I was kind of impressed because Dylan Gabriel, this is his first start. I was kind of impressed with the way he played. So I mean, I think he has a pretty decent bright spot here going in. It's just like, his upcoming opponent is obviously going to be very tough, but I hope he balls out. But he got Shador Sanders knocking on his door now if he starts playing like absolute shit. So you better be careful.
They about to go sign a whole new QB.
And I think people forget too, this man was on the number 1 team in college for like a whole year, right? Before they lost to Ohio State. So I mean, the man can play. He can ball.
Yeah, Gabriel's good. We just, Shador.
Yeah, I can't.
It's just a lot of outside noise.
Sometimes I can't honestly, I can kind of picture, like, imagine that quarterback room, like Shador's just looking at Dylan Gabriel, like just side eyeing him almost every single time. Just think about it, like. Imagine the QB room now with just Shador and Dylan Gabriel, and I don't even count.
I guess
just got rookies, bro.
And I don't even count Deshaun Watson because that man is a weirdo anyway. But it's like,
Yeah.
Like,
now, one thing before we move on, one thing I'm curious is now they don't have a veteran presence in that room anymore, right? So now it's like.
Gotta just listen.
Yeah, it's like how are they gonna adjust now?
Like, who do you study? The rookie?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the players love Joe. The players love Flacco there. So
no, I mean Flacco's gone now. So it's like Shador, who's he? Just looking at.
I mean, Deshaun's been on the sideline every game, so I mean, look, yeah.
You don't know ball anymore.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's all
right.
I'm curious. 6.
All right. All right. Let's move on. Okay. Next game here is gonna be a big one, and I know that we don't want to spend too much time on a game. I'm really hoping that we can go through this at a reasonable pace, but the next game that we are going to be talking about is that the Panthers
Yeah.
stunned the Dolphins with a Bryce Young game-winning touchdown, 27-24, and it just so happens that Brandon is a Panthers fan, and we also got our Dolphins fan here, King. So I'm gonna just let you guys take the floor for this entire segment here. Go ahead.
Brandon, go ahead.
first. Oh, you want me?
No. I need time.
Oh boy. Okay, I'll be quick. So, chat. Let me be honest. Once we were 17-0, right? It was 17-0. I thought I was like, it's over, right? Cancel the franchise, is over. Pack the bags up. Let's get back in the. Well, there was even no bus, but I'll be honest. Like, we really struggled in the very, very beginning. Especially towards the offensive side. When Bryce Young fumbled against Bradley Chubb, where we just couldn't get nothing going. It was getting pretty bad, and then the defense was definitely not helping at all with that. But let me tell you, man, one of the reasons why we won this game was Rico Dowdle, and I will fully admit, I am like, whenever I'm wrong, I will say I'm wrong. I was completely wrong about Rico Dowdle, bro. I did not know he had that in him. 206 rushing yards, like I don't. Which he's like the second, tied for the second most rushing yards in Panthers history with Jonathan Stewart, I think. But man went insane. Bryce Young, 19 for 30. Granted, like I said, he struggled in the beginning, but he made a lot of big time throws and big time moments to Xavier Legette, who needed that bounce back game, by the way. Xavier Legette needed that game to get back into it because it was getting really loud. It was getting really loud for him. And that pass to Jimmy Horn on that fourth down was massive, man. Was massive. So and McMillan, once again, leading receiver on our team with that. And the defense stepped in like at the very end as well. So like, yes, we got the win. I'm never ever gonna complain about a win because we really shouldn't have won this game. But the fact that we rallied back and everything like that is super impressive. I will definitely take it. And then, like I said, on the Dolphins' point, I mean, Tua, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers, but did take 3 sacks. Obviously Tua definitely outplayed better than Bryce in those moments there, and Jalen Waddle, of course, but it was just the big time moments that had us going. So that's my thoughts there.
All right, fair. Okay, so Brandon touched on one thing. So Tua played, honestly, he was the best player on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Rico Dowdle were the 2 best players on the entire field that day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason Rico Dowdle had 206 yards, in my opinion, is not because he's a godsend. It's because this defense is, I will argue, the worst defense in the league. But the Ravens defense obviously has given up more points, so I can't say it. But it's 100% the worst rushing defense in the league. Like, that's statistics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even shocked by that. Going up 17-0, I actually expected to lose this game.
Really?
Because this defense is that pathetic. We got 2 turnovers and capitalized on 17 points and then did nothing. That entire third quarter was the most embarrassing, most miserable time to watch a football game, I'm sure, for anybody. Because it was just, okay, Panthers go down and kick a field goal out the opening drive of the half, and then punt.
Yeah, it was bad.
Punt. That was embarrassing. So this is what I'm going to complain about. This offensive line cannot be this bad. It cannot be this bad. You cannot have 19 yards rushing total in a game. That cannot happen. This offensive line cannot allow 27 pressures and 3 sacks.
Yeah, that was bad. That
cannot happen. And I'm sorry. So the 3 best players were Tua, Jalen Waddle, and Darren Waller. I don't think anybody's going to argue with that. Those are the 3 best players. Those are the only 3 people that actually did anything all game. The 2 worst players on the team were our first-round draft pick, Kenneth Grant, and our second-round draft pick, our guard, who I can't really pronounce his name, so give me a second. But those were the two worst players on the entire team today. So that's a Chris Greer problem. The fact that your first 2 picks of this year have actually been a net negative for the team. This is embarrassing. Like, Tua went down and did a fourth quarter drive to put the game up, to give us a lead.
Yeah.
And then they give it right back to him. And then it's like, okay, you have to go and do it again. And then it's like, well, we didn't throw it to Waddle enough. It's like, motherfucker had 110 yards.
Yep.
Why should he be the only one producing? Why can't we run the fucking ball?
Right, and I'll add this too. I'm surprised y'all did not throw again to Darren Waller after the
That
second
has
quarter.
to be a Mike McDaniel thing.
That I was shocked.
That irritated the fuck out of me. Because here's the thing. The run game is not doing anything. Okay, well, let's figure out something to do. Oh, well, let's just chuck screens. That'll work, right? It's like, no. I'm so sick and tired of Mike McDaniel fucking calling screen passes. Because they don't work. Throw the ball down the field. I don't know if anybody saw freaking Tua's, pass chart. Man is, throwing 20 yards down the field with more accuracy than he was behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh my god.
That's so fucking bad. I can't, I saw, okay, Dolphins have the ball with a minute left or 2 minutes left to drive down the field and win the game. I knew we were losing. I'm sorry, but Tua's not that guy to drive down the field and win the game. And to punt?
Jeez.
To punt? I get why you have to punt there, but because you're obviously, it's 4th and 17 on your own 10-yard line, but the fact that we're in that position to begin with.
In that late PI.
Oh my god, that PI.
Bad.
That was just boneheaded.
Yeah, that's just boneheaded. But I mean, that's what it is. This team is undisciplined. That's a McDaniel problem. This team is bad players. That's a Greer problem. And as much as I said after game 1, I'm not a Tua guy. I don't think I'm a Tua guy, but Tua's been the least of those problems.
He did well. He did well this game.
He's been doing well the past several weeks. And his defense is so fucking atrocious. The amount of resources spent on this D-line to allow 206 yards to Rico Dowdle.
206. That is insane.
We're playing the Chargers next week. I don't know who the fuck their backup is, but somebody better go and pull him on fantasy because he's going to have a fucking field day.
Oh, boy.
Trey Lance?
I mean, because, I'm sorry, Rico Dowdle should not be looking like Adrian Peterson in any way, shape, or form. But he did. Because this team is bad. He 206 yards, a touchdown, along of 53, 9 yards a carry on 23 carries. That's AP numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else before we move on to the next?
Yeah.
So
Larlar, can your team start winning so that we can have the number 1 overall pick? Because this is starting to go.
No.
Right.
Remember earlier when I said when defense, when you have a lead, say the Dolphins had against the Panthers, that the defense is supposed to keep the foot on the fucking throat. Yeah, these are the kind of games I'm talking about.
Well, I'm not even going to blame the defense for blowing the lead because the defense, we got the lead. We got a 17-point lead because of 2 turnovers that I'm going to say are Bryce's fault.
They were.
So,
absolutely.
That's not a probe for the defense. That's Bryce being bad for 2 plays and Miami capitalizing on it. But then the entire second half, when the Miami offense decided we're not going to play anymore, that's where I got we're not stepping on the throat.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think that's what sums it up, Larlar. Our thoughts.
Yeah,
that definitely sums it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
and don't worry, there's other teams I'm gonna say the same thing about. It's not just the Dolphins. I can promise you that.
All right.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, King.
Thank you, King.
Appreciate you, man.
Uh,
Oh man. Yeah, I'm not really
And we
gonna
have the same
go.
record as the Chiefs. Sorry.
Okay. Anyways, let's move on. But I'm not gonna really say much because Brandon and King did the most of it there. But yeah, that defense for the Dolphins is so bad, dude. It's just so bad. It's levels of us bad. It's bad.
Ass.
Bryce Young. I mean, bro needs to be
No.
better still, man. He still
He
needs to be
does.
better.
He does.
consistently inconsistent.
He
It's
still
like he's
needs to be
good in
better.
big moments. It's like he's good in big moments. It's just throughout the game, it's just inconsistent.
All right. Let's move on now to our
Fuck.
next game here, and thank God we're actually going to go to another one of REM's team here, the Giants and the Saints. The Saints win it and get their first win against the Dart-led Giants, 26-14. Now I will give you the spotlight.
I'm honestly conflicted about this win. I'm not gonna hold you, because on
What?
one hand, hold on, let me cook. Because first off, I'm just like, yeah, we finally got our first win of the season. About goddamn time. But at the same time, this other's. Yeah, that's what the angel on my shoulder is telling me. The devil on my shoulder is telling me, no, we ruined the tank. No. But let me give you all an overview. So, first quarter, Jackson Dart does what I expected him to do the whole game, but ended up not. Running all over us, passing the ball over us, Scatabo doing whatever he wanted to do. And then the second quarter happened. We were just kicking field goals, doing the bare minimum. And then out of nowhere, my man, Need for Speed, Rashid Shaheed,
Yo,
87-yard bomb from Spencer Rattler. Woo! You want to talk about momentum shift, ladies and gentlemen. You can't get much better than that. I'm not going to hold you. And then to end the half, we kick a field goal and take our first lead since week 1.
Oh my God.
Think about that. Since
That's kind
week
of crazy.
1. And we, like I've been saying, and my God, the Saints defense did it. We kept the foot on the throat. Because my God, that second half, that was beautiful to witness. Jackson Dart fumbling balls, a poltergeist might have got to him. I don't know. Scatabo fumble.
Oh yeah,
That Howden ran back for 6.
that was big.
Chef's kiss. Whew. I'm sad that it lowers our draft position, but you know what? I'm happy Kellen Moore got his first win as a head coach, and I'm happy that Spencer Rattler got his first win as a quarterback. So you know what?
Week 5.
I know. But you know what? Kellen Moore, keep cooking, man. You got something here.
Just gonna really quickly address Lazy Low in the chat. He said talking balls with Larlar. Okay, man. All right,
yo.
Hey yo,
But is he incorrect?
Okay. Anyways,
Still, yo.
I mean, I'm not really gonna go too much with this game. But Jackson Dart didn't look that bad. It's just that like the two picks. I mean, again, he's a rookie and he's starting to just actually be the guy. But hopefully he gets better. I mean, Scatabo, kind of crazy, man. But he did fumble it once. Jackson Dart also fumbled it. But yeah,
yeah, that was a really bad fumble in Dart.
yeah, it was really bad fumble. I agree.
Yeah. They
yeah,
lost.
Okay. But yeah, Shaheed, that big damn dart, quote unquote, to 87 yards, kind of crazy. So yeah, I mean, this is a very decent game, and if anything, the Saints should have a lot more credit because some of these games have been pretty damn close, especially with the Bills too. So finally getting a win. Maybe they're better than how we thought we were perceiving them to be.
Yes, 30
let
on
me
the chart.
I am
That's
so
crazy.
glad that my boy Kool-Aid McKinstry got his first 2 picks of his career. Now,
Yeah,
keep in mind he's a rookie. He's a rookie. But you
He was
know
a rookie
what?
last season, I thought. Did he start
Yeah,
last
but
season?
he didn't play last season.
Oh, okay, they're good. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, look.
Let's move on to our next game here because we're actually going to stay in the NFC, specifically the NFC East, because Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos hand the Philadelphia Eagles their first loss of the season, where the Broncos led an 18-point comeback against the Eagles to win it 21-17. And what I mean by that is that the Eagles were up 17-3 by the end of the third quarter. By the end of the third. And then in the fourth, scored a touchdown, and then scored another touchdown and a 2-point, and then scored a field goal for the Broncos. They did. Bo Nix, 24-39, 242 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 sacks. J.K. Dobbins with 20 attempts, 79 yards, and a touchdown. Cortland Sutton, wide receiver 1, with a great stat line of 8 receptions for 99 yards. But Jalen Hurts, 23 of 38 for 280 yards for 2 touchdowns, but took 6 sacks? Oh, interesting. And
Best offensive line, my ass.
Saquon Barkley did not really do much on running either. He did more receiving. He had that long ass pass down the field, 3 receptions, 58 yards for 1 touchdown. So, the Broncos, man, kind of surprised that they won this game, but they won it. So props to them. They look pretty decent. They're starting to get into the rhythm here. If I'm being honest, I still need to see more, but they are definitely starting to cook more and more here. But them beating the Eagles is big for them.
It's real big. This was a statement win for them. Especially a statement win for that defense. On the road, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you go into the champ's house and you stymie Saquon Barkley?
Oh boy.
Like, bruh. Like I knew their defense was good. I didn't know it was this good. Holy shit.
Boys, do we need to have a talk about AJ Brown?
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't think so because they were locking up AJ Brown too.
No, but he gave up on that one play.
This is 5 weeks in a row. And I can attest because I have him in fantasy. Like what? Like what's? Is the chemistry off? Is he just? I don't know, dog. I don't
We should
know.
go back to the Titans.
That's
I don't
crazy.
think that's gonna be any better, but
Hey, look, Cam Ward needs a receiver, bro.
Okay,
no,
That's the one.
okay,
I think also Lane. No, not Lane. I think Johnson went. No, Dickerson went down. I think.
Dickerson did go down. Yeah.
Yeah, early in the game, which collapsed everything, which probably explains the 6 sacks. But Saquon, obviously, I think people are now realizing, what Saquon is about, right? Finally, so they're now shutting him down. But yes, Devontae Smith, and let's talk about that last play for a second, right?
Oh man,
let's talk about that last play for a second. Devontae was literally in position to catch that, and granted, I know it's a Hail Mary. I know all of them are trying to catch it. But AJ had to have known that him putting his hands on Devontae's mask literally kind of deflected the ball and then boom. Right? So,
yes.
I don't know, man. Is it wrong for me to say I'm getting a little bit worried about the Eagles, or am I just hyperventilating? Like, I don't know.
You might be hyperventilating.
I'm not entirely worried, honestly. They're still the Eagles, and yeah, they have gotten.
Sure fucking are.
They have gotten a couple of wins here where things go their way, or like all of a sudden, and they get a little bit lucky. If anything, they're probably the 2024 Chiefs right now. But anyways,
I've been saying.
But anyways, look, man.
I've been saying.
I don't know. This Eagles offense is weird to me this season. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. This Eagles offense is
They
weird.
look human. Oh my god.
I think this Eagle offense is trying to focus more on feeding Saquon than giving balls to say AJ Brown and
Good.
Devontae.
Make them tired.
Make him tired.
But no, I'm not worried about the Eagles whatsoever. However, I will say that fourth quarter for the Eagles was a little concerning.
Yeah, very concerning.
Very
Very
concerning.
concerning. Because
They
you give up
lost.
18 unanswered points when you're up 17-3.
There was something that kind of turned the tide there. I completely forgot what happened, but it was in the fourth quarter when the Broncos were trying to do something. I don't know. I forgot what it was, but there was something that turned the tide in that game. I just completely forgot what it was. Shoot.
I forgot what it was too, but it had to have been something.
Yeah, I know. I'm just blanking on it right now.
They lost.
But yeah, anyways, the Broncos look good, man. They look good, and the fact that they were able to win in Philly, is a huge statement win for them. I think honestly, they're honestly the way back because now this AFC West division is very, very competitive now. You know,
It's a bit wide open. I'm not.
it's very wide open now at this point. Also, Lazy Lo said, "Real talk, tough to beat." But the Eagles can come back from this, I think. Yeah, I think they'll be able to come
they'll
back.
definitely come back.
But
They'll
it's
definitely
just-
come back.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it's just that, like, as of right now, it is concerning, but I don't think it's too concerning, like, very much concerning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if they start going on a losing streak here, though,
Please, God.
then it
Ooh.
would be very concerning. But
I will say though, trade rumors for AJ Brown are starting to get kind of loud.
They are.
I don't know
They
if
have the
it's actually
Giants
gonna
next. They're
happen.
gonna win. Fuck.
All right, let's move on now, guys, to our next game here. But yeah, the Broncos, man, I think they're all the way back at this point. Oh my goodness, this game. So we want to talk about comebacks, right? We have another comeback here that happened on Sunday because the Titans get their first win.
Bro.
They shock the Cardinals after multiple mistakes on their end. And they win it 22-21. And this is another game where another comeback happened. And one, let me tell you, oh my goodness, that fumble made it to a touchback in the end zone there by what's his name? Demercado.
Demercado.
Yeah. Bad. Jonathan Gannon yelling at him on the sideline, basically
Punching him and shit.
Yeah, I know that was not great to see. But yeah, the Titans and Cam Ward, man, they get their first win.
It's about time.
21 of 39 for Cam Ward. He didn't throw any touchdowns, but he did throw a pick, 2 sacks. If anything, when I'm looking at that stat line, they really should not have won this game. But Calvin Ridley showed up finally. 5 receptions, 131 yards.
Yeah, oh my God, Calvin Ridley finally did something.
Yeah, Tony Pollard scored a touchdown for them. So, yeah, this is a very decent game by the Tennessee Titans. I'm very glad they got their win, but oh boy. Cardinals, man, they just continue to just be so mid, dude.
Yeah, the Cardinals the Cardinals literally fumbled that victory. Holy shit.
Lazy Lo says in the chat, also holy bottle job from the Cardinals.
Yeah, that was definitely a bottle job because I think the fumble in the end zone was the least of their worries. I think what turned the Titans, in my opinion, was the pick that Cam Ward threw. That pick turning into a fumble with Tyler Lockett recovering in the end zone for the TD.
Oh yeah.
That might,
So technically, he threw a touchdown.
Yes.
That actually might be the craziest play I have seen all decade.
I just can't believe that it not only was picked off, then fumbled, and then it just rolled in, and then obviously everybody's jostling to go get it, and then just get picked up. Like what the amount of luck that happens?
What a
Oh my
play.
goodness!
What a
What? Yeah,
play.
exactly. What a play, man! What a play.
Yeah, and this is probably the worst loss in a regular season in the NFL of all time.
Oh yeah,
All time.
I've seen this
Oh,
from many
yeah.
Cardinals fans. This was the worst loss in franchise history.
Like, bro,
It was bad.
dude. And
Kyler Murray-
Jonathan Gannon did get fined $100K for his actions against DeMarcado. And I know he apologized, but can't have it. Don't put your hands on another man, dog.
Can't have it.
You can't. You can yell at him all you want, and it's probably deserved, honestly. Because how many times have teams gone into meetings and saying, "Don't pull a Deshaun Jackson"? That's literally what happened, right?
Yeah, and what did he do?
And what did he do? And dude, he's their third string running back. He needs to step up, because both of the first two are out. Obviously, Connor's gone for the season, and Benson's on IR. So DeMarcado has to be the guy, and he's talented. He's good. He just can't make those boneheaded mistakes. But on the Titans side, though, I mean, Cam Ward, he still has to play better, in my opinion.
I agree.
I get it. I get it. I know it's the Titans. I know it's that, but we've seen number one picks, for example, Jaden Daniels, turn a franchise around like that, right? CJ Stroud, right? So I still want to see more from him. But the Titans, if we're looking forward, their next three games are the Raiders, the Patriots, and the Colts. Those are their next three games, right?
They can win one.
Huh?
They can win one.
Yeah, they can win one, but I don't know.
Yes,
the Cardinals should have. The Cardinals really should have won this game, and we should be talking about how the Cardinals won this game. But instead, boneheaded mistakes. Titans win. Congrats on Cam Ward's first win. I'm happy about it. I did pick him to win this game, but still shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, as Lazy Low said, super bottle job, and the Cardinals defense were just inviting the Titans in. Yeah, pretty much. And I will just continue to say this: the Cardinals will just continue to be mid until something good happens, I guess, with that team. Cam Ward, I just hope he does well. He seems like a great guy. I just hope he just continues. He just needs to be consistently good, man. Yeah.
Keep it a buck, we asked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did say that. But,
that's what Kyler needs to tell the Cardinals. Give it a buck, we asked.
Give it a buck. Yeah, and they still kind of are, but, they won.
Oh, my God. I just can't believe he fumbled it after picking it off. I can't believe that, dude.
Kyler Murray got fucking flashbanged and shit by his own football.
Oh, yeah, he did get that, he did get hit by the football when he got snapped.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Oh my God!
Oh
dude.
Yeah, that was like a missile coming just like right at him.
Holy! All right, let's move on to our next game here. We're almost done, chat, about the about our recap here of the NFL slate. But let me tell you, this upcoming game here was literally game of the freaking week because the Bucs win it in Seattle. 38-35 after a game-winning field goal. They gave the win to the Tampa Bay Bucs over the Seattle Seahawks. What a game this was, man. Both teams played really great, but in the end, the Bucs just went ahead and won it with a field goal. Unfortunately, Sam Darnold threw that pick to basically end it. But here, let me just go ahead and just say some stats really quick here, right? And if anything, I'm going to show this from Ari Mirov right here. The Bucs-Seahawks game on Sunday was the first in NFL history where both quarterbacks threw 325 plus yards and completed 80% or more of their passes. Baker Mayfield went 29 of 33 for 379 yards. Sam Darnold went 28 for 34 for 341 yards. Mayfield threw 2 touchdowns and Sam Darnold threw 4. And these two were both number 1 and number 3 in the 2018 NFL draft. My goodness. What a game this was, man.
QBs.
Game of the year contender, mayhaps?
It could potentially be there because I'll say this much.
At least like second.
Oh yeah, I'll say this much though. The uniform combo. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, like
Beautiful,
bro.
both of them wearing their throwbacks was, oh man,
Beautiful.
W decision.
decision.
We need more throwback uniforms to be played, between all these teams because this is just a perfect example of what can be done, So,
Oh, for sure.
so yeah, I mean,
I think
very
we're
impressed. Very impressed with both teams, and well, defense. And there wasn't much defense here, but still, even then, the offense was just clicking on both sides. But then, the Tampa Bay defense just turned up against the Seattle defense, but to get that last second pick against Sam Darnold. So, go ahead, guys.
Both QBs balled out. They both
They did.
balled out. It was just, and Sam Darnold had a perfect game. It's just that one mistake at the end is what caused it. All it takes is just one turnover or one interception or one fumble that causes the whole game because I hate that diminishes the great game Sam Darnold played. Like he truly both QBs they went well. They went so well, and it's crazy how both of these QBs were on the Carolina Panthers at one point, but that's for another time. No, and dog Ibuka, bro, 163. I mean, this guy.
Ibuka and
unreal.
went crazy.
Unreal.
This guy's and yeah, bro, and JSN went crazy, bro. The Ohio State receivers balled out, like they just balled out, man. But Larlar, to your point, bro, yes, that those uniforms, the away creamsicles and the old Seahawks uniforms, bro. Oh my god, man, that was just so aesthetically pleasing. But both teams look good, man. Both teams look good. That's all I really gotta say. It was a great game. I'm glad it lived up to the hype with the uniforms and everything. So, I mean, don't surprise me.
I was gonna say something from Lazy Low here, but Lazy Low said reminds me of the UEFA Champions League soccer or European football this year in the semis. Barcelona versus Inter. It ended 4-3 in overtime. Could be the same with Bucs versus Seahawks. Or well, I'm not quite sure because I haven't watched soccer there, but I mean if it fits, man, it fits. So but yeah, this is just an amazing game. Definitely gonna be up there in terms of game of the year. 100%. But yeah,
Baker Mayfield does it again.
God, man. MVP
I know.
talks, honestly?
Wait, what'd you say, Max?
MVP talks with Baker Mayfield, honestly?
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
I think so, yes. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. At some point, we're going to have to like do a whole thing where we may have to like go over potential MVP candidates, but I think Baker Mayfield is definitely in this because he just keeps willing his team to a win. It doesn't matter how close it gets. They are 4-1, and that man Baker Mayfield is absolutely balling the hell out. And I'm actually so happy for him. So happy for him.
Yeah, dude.
So happy for him. He was with the Cleveland Browns, that disaster of an organization, then went to the Panthers, and then went to the Rams, where he literally saved his career. And now he's with the Bucs, balling out. And then same with Sam Darnold, picked by the Jets. And then he went to the Panthers, right? And then he went
49ers.
Oh yeah, he was with the 49ers, then the Panthers, and then the VIkings, and now the Seahawks. Lazy Low said, gonna go now. Have fun with Musume later. Thank you very much, Lazy Low. Have a good night. But yeah, I think this is starting to prove that this is definitely an organization problem. Because if these quarterbacks are having a great time elsewhere,
oh no, it is.
Oh man,
I mean, number one, top 10 picks. So I mean,
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and move on. We're almost done here. So let's move on to Sunday Night Football, where another crazy game happened. Because this was also a very big surprise, but I'm not too happy that this team won, but the Patriots stunned the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo 23-20. Drake May, guys, he looking like the real deal, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
About time, honestly.
22-30 for 273 yards. He did take 4 sacks, but because that man, Stephon Diggs, he didn't get a touchdown, but that man balled out against his former team. 10 receptions for 146 yards. That running game was pretty much non-existent, but they got it done in the air. Meanwhile, Josh Allen, he had a pick, but, you know, it is what it is. James Cook didn't really cook that much this game here. But Kincaid, 6 receptions for 108 yards. Shakir also as well here with 6 receptions for 45 yards. I think this is just a tale of the Bills just did not play the game well enough against Mike Vrabel and the Patriots. Seemed like there were a couple more mistakes as well. This wasn't it's not exactly a terrible loss, but it's definitely a loss where, you know, they got to get back to the drawing board here and just try to clean up a lot of the mistakes up.
Yeah. So remember when I said last week how my Saints exposed the Bills' running defense?
Yep.
Apparently the Patriots did their homework and said, you know what? Let's run the ball and shove the ball down their throats. But I will say one surprise, Stephon Diggs. Diggs had an amazing game.
This is probably his best game in
receptions?
years.
Yeah, definitely his best game as a
About
Patriot,
time.
because what was his stat like? 10 receptions, 146 yards?
Correct, yeah.
Something like that? Yeah, I think Stephon Diggs got his revenge.
For sure. And what's crazy too is that both rushing games on both teams were just basically non-existent. So it was a lot of through the air stuff. But you know, what's crazy is that there were a lot of fumbles this game.
Oh my God, yes, there was. I completely
There were a
forgot.
lot of fumbles.
There
Josh
was,
Allen had a
bro.
fumble.
Yeah, there
You
were.
know, Coleman had a fumble on the Bills, and Stevenson had a fumble, and Gibson had a fumble, who tore his ACL sadly. But man,
This was a
bad
weird
over
game,
there.
man.
It was
This
a
was a
very
weird
weird
game.
game at the start. But no, I mean Drake May. I mean the fact that he came into New England, came into Buffalo. Yep, lit it up, right? And Stephon Diggs, he was out for vengeance since the start of the game. So I mean, I'm glad that man balled out, but you know, it sucks that, you know, a former college team of Drake Mays wouldn't be allowed to post his highlights, but we'll talk about that later. But you know, it's we'll see what the Patriots can do from here, man. I mean, you know, Larlar, I know you're the division rival, but you know, they got the Saints next, so RBM, so they got y'all next, and then they got the Titans, and then they got the Browns. So it looks like they got
They have wins.
They got some wins, cause
And
looking.
And I fucking hate that shit. Look,
So we'll see.
Look. The Patriots the Patriots unfortunately are starting to look good here. The Bills, though, I mean, the Bills are still gonna win the AFC.
Yeah, I'm not
East.
worried about the Bills.
Yeah, they're not worried about the Bills in the slightest, but like there were definitely like a lot of mistakes tonight, man. Like,
Their run defense, like RBM said, I am worried about.
yeah.
Fully.
But other than that, I think it was a very good game by the Patriots. But the Bills, you know, they just gotta clean it up, and they're the Buffalo Bills. They're gonna clean it up and figure it out at some point. So,
Yeah, they have Daniel Jones to face in the AFC Championship later.
Oh boy. All right. Anyways. So yeah, not too concerned about the Bills, but the Patriots start to look good, and if anything, the Patriots could look to get a playoff spot, which is kind of crazy to think about. Anyways, let's move on to our final game of the NFL slate, and holy moly, what an absolute banger Monday Night Football game, first off, because if anything, and from what it sounded like, this was probably the best win Jacksonville has ever had since the comeback against the Chargers in 2022.
Yeah, that was
Jacksonville
crazy.
Jaguars move to 4-1 and make a statement win over the Kansas City Chiefs.
Washed.
Can we just say this really quick? Trevor Lawrence looked so good in this game, but he also looked so bad sometimes.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know. I don't know about all of good.
But
I get what you
no,
mean.
yeah, he looked so good, but then he also looked so bad. And then obviously we have to talk about the fact that this man ran this ball in twice, and the second time he ran it in, he fell down. Got
Twice.
back up
Yep.
twice. He fell twice, got back up, and ran it in anyway, which was basically the game-winning touchdown. And wow, I just can't believe it because the Jaguars
What a guy.
Jaguars look really good, man. And Trevor Lawrence, I know we said once again, this is probably like, there were some times where it looked really bad, but then there were some times where it looked really good. There was also some ref favoring the Chiefs there, cough, cough. Anyways, but there was a bomb to Brian Thomas Jr. down the sideline in that final drive. Oh my goodness, what a throw, man. What an absolute throw. So I'm honestly kind of proud of Trevor here because this is a game where he absolutely needed to show up, and he showed it in front of basically everybody because it's Monday Night Football. So, but yeah, this was a great game by the Jaguars, a great game for Trevor Lawrence, but also great game for Travis Hunter, man. Oh my goodness.
What a catch.
What a
bro.
catch for one of the things. He was airborne, 3 receptions for 64 yards. What a catch. He didn't get any touchdowns, but he also locked up Kelsey, in that first drive, saw that.
He did.
So yeah, the Jaguars look good, man. The Jaguars look good. And I'm honestly kind of surprised, but they're looking good with Liam Cohen. They're building something there. Now on the Chiefs side, Duval. Now the Chiefs side. Okay, how are we? How concerned are we? Like actually, how concerned? How are we concerned? Heavily here, or are we just? Are we just also just at the fact that they just look for some reason undisciplined this season?
Well, they got the Lions next Sunday night.
You're gonna die.
And then they got the Raiders, and then they got Max's Commanders.
Oh,
so,
we're gonna die.
Which is also which looks like it's on Monday night. It looks like, yeah, Monday night. So, they're 2-3, the same record as the Panthers. So I'm a little concerned. One thing I'm concerned is where's the effort in some plays? Because we gotta talk about Chris Jones on that Trevor Lawrence fall down.
Chris Jones just stood there, man.
It's I don't know, man. We gotta talk about the Hollywood Brown throw, right? Where he wasn't looking back at the ball. Travis Kelsey. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like Mahomes is trying to do everything he can, but I think now it's coming on to him where it's like, okay, shoot, I can't be the only one that's doing all this stuff now. Like, Tyquan Thornton went for 90 yards, right? So he did well. But also that 99-yard pick six.
Oh,
yeah. I mentioned that too, yeah.
That pick six was not good. That pick six was not good. But Devin Lloyd read that all the way down, though. So, gotta give props to him.
Absolutely. So yeah, man, I don't know. I don't. Is it still too early? I know we're going into week 6.
Still too early.
Like,
it's still too early, I think.
It's still too early. So
the Chiefs are still going to be the Chiefs one way or another, even in close
sure,
losses or close wins.
I think
sure.
I will say this though: if they start racking up some losses here, like a couple more losses to the point where I don't know, they might have like 6 losses by the end of November, then maybe
I would say if they get to 6 losses, then I would be a little concerned. But at 2-3 right now, I'm not really worried.
Yeah, and one thing that's gonna hurt the Jaguars, I think Britton Strange is now on IR, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
So that's gonna hurt a little bit. So they did shut down Travis Etienne, 12 rushing attempts for 49 yards. But I don't know, man. It's
The Chiefs this season look so weird because when you think about the Chiefs, especially in this present time right now, they're obviously going to be one of the best, one of the best disciplined teams in the NFL because they always play winning football. This season, for some reason, man, because if I remember correctly, there were like 13 penalties on the Chiefs this game here.
I believe so. Yeah.
Just a lot of ill-advised mistakes, a lot of penalties. It does not look the same, if I'm being completely honest with you. Also, Butker kicking that kickoff out of bounds to basically set up things.
That was bad.
Yes.
What are we doing? Like, why? So there's a lot of things here that the Chiefs are just not doing well in, and honestly, I think it is a cause for concern, at least in my opinion. But it isn't a concern unless we're at the end of November and the Chiefs have a borderline just slightly above 500 record. But I don't know. The Chiefs are still the Chiefs until further notice, but there are a lot of cracks starting to show here, and it's not looking great. So,
yeah.
All right.
I don't know, man.
No, okay. So that is our recap for Week 5 of the NFL season. What an absolute crazy season this has been, to the point where I will once again say, is this the weirdest season so far in a while?
I think so.
I would say it's up there,
I think it's up there.
but I would say not as weird as, say, like 2022.
I don't remember 2022.
You know,
that.
the emergence of Geno Smith.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Oh yeah, and then the Jets
NFC
for
South being hold on. Yeah, the NFC South being tank division.
Yeah, that was bad.
the Jets actually looking like a decent team. Yup, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But anyways, we are done with our recap of this NFL slate of Week 5. So let's go on ahead and get to some swift stories to know. And here's a very typical NFL Sunday tweet from Adam Schefter, where the Titans overcame an 18-point deficit. The Panthers overcame a 17-point deficit. The Broncos overcame a 14-point deficit. The Saints overcame an 11-point deficit. And the Commanders overcame a 10-point deficit. And wow, just a very interesting Sunday here in the NFL, you know. Here's a stat here from ESPN Insights, where the Chiefs had won 23 straight games, including the playoffs, when they lead by 14 points. But that streak ended on Monday Night Football. Crazy, man. Crazy. Moving on here. The Chiefs in games decided by 7 points or less in 2024, they were 10-0. This season, they're 0-3 at the moment. And just another stat line here. After Monday night's win, the Jaguars, there now have been 17 games this season with a go-ahead score in the final minute of regulation, which is the most through 5 weeks of a season since the 1970 merger. Oh man.
Jeez.
Just a lot of stuff, man. I mean, this is what we want, man. This is just peak football, man. Peak football, and this is what you just want. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and show this tweet off from NFL on CBS. Look at this playoff picture. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the playoffs were released right now.
Yeah,
the Colts are 1 seed, and then 2 Buffalo. And then 3 is Pittsburgh, 4 is Chargers, 5 Jaguars, 6 Denver, and then New England is 7. And then the NFC doesn't look all that crazy, but Philly, San Francisco, Tampa Bay, Detroit, Green Bay, Seattle, then Minnesota. Oh my goodness, man. Another NFC North in the wild card.
And what's crazy is that the Ravens and the Chiefs aren't even on that list.
I know. Oh my goodness, man. What a season, dude. What a season. All right, but yeah, let's go ahead and get some other stories here to know of. Obviously, we've noted earlier that the fact that the Browns have traded Joe Flacco and a 6th-rounder to the Bengals for a 5th-rounder. So obviously, with that being said, Joe Flacco since 2018, 6 different teams, a 14 and 27 record, 59 touchdowns, 38 picks, and he's also been on 3 of the 4 AFC North teams. The only one missing is are the Steelers, and the Bengals internally discussed different options at quarterback. I'm told the team never called the Giants about trading for either Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston before making a move for Joe Flacco. That's what Diana Rossini said. And Zach Taylor is going to start Joe Flacco on Sunday against Green Bay, which, by the way, once again, Joe Flacco beat the Green Bay Packers a couple weeks ago when he was on the Browns, and he has a potential chance to make some history here if he defeats the Green Bay Packers on Sunday. So, yeah. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, one of the biggest issues the Bengals have on that team at the moment, that offensive line. That man is not going to survive. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
He's gonna die.
But if anything, I've seen so many people say how this is just elder abuse. But hold on, look. I'll just say this right now, man. I think Joe Flacco is going to be a very good quarterback for the Bengals because now he has better weapons here. T. Higgins, Chase Brown, Jamar Chase. But, oh my goodness, that offensive line needs to literally protect him with everything that they got because, oh boy, especially against that Green Bay defense. Oh boy. So, but yeah, this is honestly, now obviously with this move here, the Bengals are trying to salvage their season, especially with Joe Burrow pending return in December. But what do we think? Or is this actually going to help them here, or what?
Oh.
I don't think it will.
No, not at all.
No,
I'm sorry.
I hate saying this, but Joe Flacco is 1,000% cooked.
I'm a game or two.
I'm surprised they didn't go. I'm surprised they didn't go for like a Jameis Winston or a even Russell Wilson. At least try to go for him. Granted, they might have, but apparently, like, this is like the first. I saw like this stat. This is like the first QB trade within the AFC North since like Drew Bledsoe from like the Patriots to the Jets, and they tried to go for AJ McCarron or something, and I'm like, dang, since that far. So I don't know, dog. The fact that he's starting right away just shows how much trust they lost trust in Jake Browning. So
pretty much. Yep. All right.
Study the playbook now.
Yo, what'd you say?
Yeah.
You gotta study the playbook now.
Oh yeah, he has to get it uptight with the playbook because he has only a couple days. But anyways, well, he was practicing today, so
It's not enough.
So there's actually another trade here. Ravens and the Chargers traded here. Odafe Owe traded to the Chargers for Aloy Gilman. And by the way, just looking at the Chargers fans' replies here, it looks like they were very happy with this trade with the fact that they got rid of Gilman, which is, oh man, all right. But yeah, a very interesting trade. I'm not quite sure who wins this one, but Owe traded from the Ravens to the Chargers is a very interesting one. But now Gilman, who is also a safety, by the way. So I saw a lot of Ravens fans say, another safety? Like, we don't need another safety, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, that's just another trade that happened within the NFL world. But now we have to get into some serious news here. And we'll touch upon this quickly here, but Mark Sanchez whole entire debacle here, but this is the first thing here. So a Fox Sports statement, Mark Sanchez was injured in Indianapolis on Saturday and is currently recovering in the hospital in stable condition. We are deeply grateful for the medical team for their exceptional care and support. Our thoughts and prayers are with Mark, and we ask that everyone please respect his and his family's privacy during this time. Come to find out that apparently he was the one at fault because the police arrested him while at the hospital for battery with injury, unlawful entry of a motor vehicle, and public intoxication. Oh boy. If anything, if people have to say this, you know, in terms of like a reminder, please do not be just do not be an asshole when drunk. Or, you know, or just don't try to get into a motor vehicle or start an argument, because this is very clearly now just not a great look for Mark Sanchez at all, man. If anything, he unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but he now ruins his career now because of this dumb bullshit like this. So, yeah.
And the fact that supposedly the body cam footage of that arrest is going to be released soon-ish.
Ooh, that's going to tell a story.
And
that's not going to be good.
There was unless you're talking about the video where it looked like he was grabbing onto his stomach.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the video. I'm talking about there's soon to be body cam footage that's going to be released.
Oh wow, body cam footage. Okay, all right. So I did not see that, but oh boy, body cam footage. That's going to be very telling. But yeah, so Tom Pelissero said authorities in Indy have announced at a press conference that Mark Sanchez now faces a level 5 felony battery charge, which carries a 1 to 6 year sentence. Oh boy. I don't like this comment though, because it says here, does he get credit for time served when he was on the Jets? All right, fuck off, man. Like, we don't need this, all right? But yeah, Mark Sanchez, felony battery charge, not a great look, and just don't be an asshole when you're drunk, please. Just don't be an ass. Don't try to force yourself into a vehicle. Like, come on. Like, let's not do. Yeah, know your limits, because let's not do any dumb bullshit like this. Like what Mark Sanchez does, because I didn't really notice that he was like this. But unfortunately, when you're drunk, you do a lot of dumb bullshit, and clearly, and clearly, Mark Sanchez did a lot of dumb bullshit here. So yeah. Let's move on though, because the Jets outcries continue to start here, because Justin Fields is 0-26 as a starter when the opponent scores 21 or more points, which is terrible. But yeah, so but yeah, here's a screenshot from the Fox broadcast, because the Jets are the first team to start with an 0-5 record and have 0 takeaways in NFL history. So,
jeez, bro.
We are the worst team in the NFL as of right now, everybody. So, yep. Not really gonna say much about that, but I will just echo my words from earlier. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, the Jets are the only winless team remaining in the NFL. When will we get our first win? Well, I hope it's on Sunday, as I always do, but I got no faith. Anyways, continuing on. And as Connor Hughes says it, who is a beat writer for covering for SNY Jets, the Jets would have the number 1 pick in the NFL draft right now if the season ended. So yeah. I want 0-17 if we lose the next 2 games. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, once again, Jamar Chase is currently tied for the team leading in tackles today, 3, all coming on Jake Brown interceptions, as we mentioned earlier in the podcast episode, which is a wild stat. Now let's get into some injuries. Oh boy. Because this is always the rough part of the podcast, you know. So first things first, because actually there weren't a lot of injuries that came out of week 5, at least in my opinion, but yeah, so Dan Campbell basically tells us that both Terrion Arnold is out indefinitely due to shoulder injury, and DJ Reed is also going to be out indefinitely due to a hamstring injury. So 2 DBs for the Lions already out. Not great, because literally the story goes as last year, the defense for the Lions was just bones, because, you know, they basically had nobody. So, yeah, but some good news, though, on Terrion Arnold, because it was revealed that the injury was not as bad as he feared. and he may return sooner than expected. So, yeah, let's hope for the best for Arnold here because the Lions really need it. So, yeah. Some other Lions news. Dan Skipper is now on the active roster. They put Khalil Dorsey on the injured reserve, and Arthur Mowlett, who is actually a former Jet, is on the practice squad. So, trying to make some moves here. Some more news is that Antonio Gibson of the Patriots tore his ACL, so he is done for the season. Very, very, very sucks because he played a pretty decent game at least. What's up?
Said former commander.
Yep. So yeah, he is unfortunately out for the season because of a torn ACL. Moving on, Omarion Hampton of the Chargers is on IR, as we mentioned earlier. He will at least miss the next 4 games, and it sucks because he was literally electric. No pun intended, but he was very electric in terms of his running back skills. So yeah,
man, now I gotta get another running back on fantasy, man.
Yep. Brandon Strange is on IR. The Jaguars placed him on IR. So yep, that's not very good for him. Some other stuff here. Darius Slayton is not expected to play tomorrow against the Eagles due to a hamstring. So wide receiver hit now for Jackson Dart tomorrow.
Well, they just have Wan'Dale Robinson.
Yep, pretty much that's all they got. But some good news though is that Tyrone Tracy of the Giants, running back, no injury designation, so he will play tomorrow. His first game back for a couple of weeks, so he will be back tomorrow playing against the Eagles. Some Colt kicker news. Michael Badgley signed with the Colts and placed kicker Spencer Schrader on the IR because there was a bad injury during that Colts game.
Damn, bro.
Yep. And then Kyler Murray apparently was not at practice Wednesday due to a foot injury. So that is a little telling there for the Cardinals. But then again, the Cardinals, I just haven't had any faith anyway. So anyways,
so creepy.
The 49ers updates today is one, Pearsall apparently is not slated to play on Sunday. Same with Purdy because Purdy is also not practicing. However, Kittle might be returning, I think, next week. Not this week, but maybe next week. That's at least from what I've saw. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson remains out due to the hamstring. CJGJ, which we will get to in a second here, is practicing. Gilman is also practicing, so both safeties are there, but Lamar Jackson remains out, which most likely means that he's probably going to be out once again this upcoming week here. Christian Watson is practicing for the first time since tearing his ACL last season. So that's going to be big news for the offense of the Packers, just another weapon to throw to from Jordan Love. The Panthers have go on.
That's good. I was saying, yes, finally, the Packers are going to get some receiving help.
Yep. The Panthers will designate wide receiver Jalen Coker to return from IR. So,
yes,
Brandon, there you go. Another weapon here.
That's huge.
Yep. So the Raiders have actually released Jermaine Pratt, but then later was signed by the Colts a day later. So Jermaine Pratt will help that Indianapolis defense more because that defense for the Colts has been pretty decent. Excuse me. Moving on now, CJGJ is also signing once again. Mentioned earlier, was signing with the Ravens. After he was released it was a week ago, right?
I felt like 2 weeks ago by now.
It was either a week ago or 2 weeks ago, but CJGJ is now going to be with the Ravens. Naheem Hines, who is of the Bills, is signing to the practice squad with the Chargers. So some running back help here. with Naheem Hines. So some very interesting moves there for the Chargers. And let's get into some other like non-injury stuff here. Because first things first is that apparently, well, after putting up the middle finger at multiple Jets fans, Jerry Jones was fined $250,000 for the obscene gesture, which is kind of funny.
That shit.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
Yeah, he put up the middle finger at a lot of Jets
Bro,
fans.
he was winning.
I don't know. I have no idea, but he was fined
$250,000.
Here's some other news that was not related to a fine, but due to a suspension. But OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., was suspended 6 games for PEDs.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah, he still is a free agent at the moment, so it's going to be very interesting if he can potentially get back on the field within the next couple of weeks here, because if he's suspended 6 games, that would probably mean that he would be eligible to sign somewhere next week at this point. So
nobody wants him, but
yeah. Cardinals are fining head coach Jonathan Gannon $100,000 for the sideline altercation. A very, very interesting fine here. I'm not gonna lie, 100,000.
This
is weird.
That's a lot of money.
This is a slightly weird one, because it's like, I know he probably had something. He also apologized to him as well, but this is a very steep fine for a coach who, at the end of the day, is just trying to make sure that his running back just doesn't ever do that again. I could see a 25,000 fine, but not 100. That's kind of crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I agree.
But yeah, that was it in terms of our Swift stories to know. And now, let's go ahead and talk about our upcoming. Let's talk about our fantasy football results from week 5 really quickly. So Coop finally lost. He finally lost here.
Yeah.
I won against Andrew. Emmett won against Marcelo. RBM won against Mac. Neptune won against Coop. And Brandon won against King. And Incog won against Max. Actually, some close ones here. RBM, 158 to 145. King and Brandon 177 to 169. So some very close games here.
That's why I drafted the kicker in the 6th round. I'm just saying.
Okay. Anyways,
4-1, baby.
But yeah, Coop is it's gonna be Coop versus me for next week. King versus Marcelo. Max versus Mac. LMFL Classico. Incog versus RBM. Brandon versus Emmett. And Neptune versus Andrew. So obviously, folks, just make sure you guys going ahead and adjust your lineups when possible.
Yeah, and Larlar, real quick too, I just want to make this comment. So you know how the Panthers face the Dolphins this week, right?
Yes.
I faced King in fantasy. Ironic, right? Guess who we faced? Guess who the Panthers play this week? The Cowboys. Guess who I faced this week in fantasy?
Emmett.
I'm just saying. So
that's actually hilarious. Wow. All right. But yeah. So now, with that being said, let's go over the power rankings for myself from week number 5.
Oh boy.
This is gonna be very interesting. I hope I don't get killed out here.
You might get some passes, honestly, because this week was insane.
Okay, yeah, because this is a very hard week, man. This is a hard week to figure out here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this out of the way, because right here, right now, whenever it does come down to these teams, we obviously haven't seen them. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say this as I go ahead and just try to fix this really quick. All right, so let's start. The Packers and the Steelers are 10-9. Okay, so they went down here only because I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't want to remove anybody from the power rankings here from 10 and 9, or no, the Packers and the Steelers, only because like it just didn't seem fair. Because I still think the Packers and the Steelers are definitely still a top 10 team in the NFL right now. So yeah. So I hope that's not too much of a surprise. Yeah, Packers are 10, Steelers are 9, but now number 8. Number 8 is they fell down a couple of spots here. They actually fell down 4 spots. The Rams are at 8 now.
Yeah.
The Rams are at 8 now. They're 3-2. You know,
Yeah, I can see it.
I still think they're still a great team. Obviously, I still think they're a great team. It's just, you know, that loss against the Niners, you know, showed some cracks. So they fell down a substantial spot here. Because with that being said, with the Rams being at 8, then that obviously opens the door for the Niners. And the Niners are now 7 in my power rankings. They now go up from wherever spot they were. They are now 7. So now we have the Steelers. Or no, we have the Packers, the Steelers, the Rams, and now the 49ers debuting on my power rankings here at 4-1. Mac Jones looks great. And the fact that they're winning despite so many injuries tells me a lot, if I'm being honest. So props to the 49ers. They're now a top 10 NFL team, at least in my book. And if they just continue to win like this, then who knows? But but yeah, so number 7 is are the 49ers. Number 6, number 6. We have another debut in the power rankings, and that is the Jacksonville Jaguars, number 6.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Number 6?
Yeah, number 6, baby. Yes, sir. Yes.
Whoa!
Yes, sir. Why? What's the issue here? You guys think they should be higher?
Over
No.
the Niners? I don't know.
Honestly, over the Rams?
Yeah.
Oh no, I agree. I agree. I actually would put them at 6 too.
I think it makes
All right,
sense.
What you cooking with?
Yeah, whatever.
What you cooking with?
I think it makes sense. You know, I think it makes sense.
I
Does
do
it not
think
make
they
sense?
deserve to be in the top 10.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
They are
man.
they are
Look,
4-1,
man,
right?
Look, I'll be honest with you. Yes, they are 4-1. I'll be honest with you, right? I feel like if this was a big win for them, for the Jaguars. I think it was a very big win. So the fact that they're able to, you know, dive deep and then just win that game over a obvious like final boss in the Chiefs, then I think that says a lot for me. I think they're definitely easily a top 10 team, which I think, yeah, go ahead and go 6, bro, you know? But obviously, once again, as the season goes on, maybe things will go crazy, you know? So, yeah.
Okay.
All right, number 6, or no, number 5 is the Indianapolis Colts. Number 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 5. Daniel Jones continues to cook. It's just that, like, I still think honestly, I'm gonna be underrating them here just a little bit, only because like the teams that are obviously 4-1 are just gonna be even better, in the long run. I feel like, but if Daniel Jones continues to cook and they really start to like really stack up some wins here, they might even crack number 1, man, at some point. They might, but we'll see. We'll see. Number 4.
Wait, at number 5?
Yeah, they were number 5. All right, number 4. This is probably going to be a surprise, but I hope not. But the number 4, I have the Eagles here, 4-1. Number 4.
Damn, I was gonna put them at
I
5.
can agree with that.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I put them at 4 after staying with them at 1 because I just wanted to. I definitely just wanted them to lose once to go ahead and make an excuse for them to like get dropped down here. But yeah, they're gonna be 4 here this time around. That game against the Broncos, you just can't do that. You just can't do any of that. Number 3. This might be a little controversial because I think if you guys think of who is 3, then I think you know who is 2 and 1 at that point. Number 3, I have the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
At number 3, I have the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are still going to be the Bills. It's just the Patriots won against them, but it's like I still think the Bills are still the better team overall over everything. So yeah. But let me just tell you guys about who number 2 is, and it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, babe.
Yeah, I agree.
Damn.
Tampa
Honestly,
Bay
thought they were about
Bucks.
to be one.
The Tampa Bay Bucks are the number 2 because there are some times where it gets too close and Baker's heroics needs to save them, but they're still an amazing team in the NFL right now. And of course, number 1, I mean, this is very, very obvious now at this point, but I think at the moment that the Detroit Lions are the number 1 team in the NFL at the moment.
Yeah, I can see a case for that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yep. So
Yeah.
these are my power rankings for this week after week 5. We have the Lions, Bucs, Bills, Eagles, Colts, Jaguars, Niners, Rams, Steelers, and the Green Bay Packers rounding out the top 10. Now, what I will say is that I do have a couple teams here that are starting to knock on the door, and I will name off a couple of teams here after I look at the standings really quick because I forgot to put them down here at some point. But the Chargers still gonna be around that mix, or the Commanders are now starting to knock on that door. Max,
We're so back.
yeah, the Commanders are starting to knock on that door. The Seahawks are also obviously are also knocking on that door as well. Other than that, though, I think I'm good. But yeah, so those are my power rankings for after week number 5. And now let's go on ahead and finish up this episode with our pick'ems for week 6. And
All right, rapid fire. Let's go.
And this is going to be a very interesting one because I believe that this is going to be an interesting week. So let's go ahead and go through.
Yeah, rapid fire, baby. Let's go.
All right, Eagles, Giants, Eagles.
Giants.
On Eagles.
Whoa. Whoa. Do you actually believe that, or are you just...
Nah, slight bullshit and slight. I could see it, but
Okay, all right. Broncos, Jets in London. Go Broncos,
I'm
please.
going Broncos.
Just go Broncos.
He said, "Please."
Yeah, Broncos.
No,
Broncos. I'm sorry.
Go
Bronx.
All right, Cardinals, Colts.
Indiana
Colts.
Jones is gonna ravage that Colts.
Yeah.
Ravage what's left of the Cardinals. So I'm going.
Yeah, I got Colts.
Chargers, Dolphins. Chargers.
Ooh,
Chargers.
Oh, I got Dolphins in the upset.
Whoa.
Over the Los Angeles Tesla Chargers?
No, okay,
in Miami, and I think the Chargers offense is going to kind of collapse.
Okay, look. So what I will say here is that there are definitely some picks here that will definitely be an upset. I just don't see that one being the upset, though.
The Giants.
I kind of do. I think it's going to be close, but that's what I get.
All right, Browns, Steelers.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Cowboys, Panthers.
Them boys.
Cowboys. Stop it.
Rico Dowdle revenge game, and you saw last week, but
yeah, but they can stop the run. Kinda.
All right.
Now this next one's gonna be interesting.
I'm gonna say Panthers, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Count.
All right, guys. Seahawks, Jaguars. Ooh.
I can't believe this is an interesting game in 2025.
Where's it at?
It's in Jacksonville.
It's in Duval.
Jacksonville? I got Seahawks.
Really?
I just don't. I'm not. There's something missing with the Jags. I'm not seeing.
No,
I too am not sold.
I know they're 4-1. I'm just not seeing something.
All right.
Nah, you're right. I'm going Seahawks here.
There's something missing.
I'll go Jaguars, bro. Because here's the thing.
Here we go, bro.
On ESPN picks, 55% pick the Jaguars, 45% pick the Seahawks. So it's very close.
Really?
Yeah.
They have bias. They have recency bias.
Look, this is the only game so far on the slate that is even close, guys. Everything else has been
Yeah.
lopsided. So,
But we're not fooled.
I got Seahawks.
look,
still.
if the Seahawks win this game, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm going to go Jaguars here. I'm going to go Jaguars. All right.
Like,
Travis
I
Hunter,
want to
first
root for the
pick. Here we
Jags on
go.
this one, but I just can't help but think Sam Darnold is just gonna do somewhat well this game.
All right. Rams, Ravens. Rams.
I'm going
The
Rams.
Rams.
Ravens are cooked,
This
dog.
would have been
They're
such a
dead.
good game if no
And I don't
injuries
know. And I
happened.
don't.
I know.
Is Lamar playing? Is Lamar playing?
No, most
No.
We
likely
don't
not.
know.
Oh yeah, Rams all day. Rams all
Hello,
day.
Rams.
Patriots, Saints. I have the upset
You know
here.
what?
Saints. Go Saints.
You know what? You know what? Fuck the tank. Let's go Saints.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I got Patriots in this one. I'm sorry, RBS.
Oh
but I
yeah,
think Patriots
I will say Patriots. But
I'm
you
gonna
know,
say
y'all
yeah.
do y'all.
I'm gonna go Saints. All
Y'all do
right.
y'all.
Battle of the shit here. Titans, Raiders.
Ooh, now this is a tank bowl if I've ever seen
I-
one.
I'm
And
going
I'm
Titans.
choosing the Titans.
I'm going
yeah.
Titans. I'm going
I
Titans.
think Raiders. I think
Nice
Raiders.
Titans.
I'm
W.
going upset here. I'm going Raiders.
I'm gonna say Raiders. Wait, is that considered an
Oh,
upset?
an upset if they're both ass.
Not really.
I got Raiders.
All right. Next up, 49ers, Bucs. Ooh.
I'm
Wait
going
a
Bucs.
second.
I'm going
And-
Bucs.
I'll say this: if Mac Jones is playing, 49ers. If Brock Purdy's playing, Bucks.
I'm a.
Mm,
I'm gonna just say the Buccaneers full out.
You know what?
That's
You
what I'm
know
saying.
I'm gonna go
This
Niners
fucking guy,
here.
bro. What
I'm
the
gonna go
fuck?
Niners.
What are we doing?
I'm gonna
Where
go
is
doing,
he
chat?
at?
Niners.
It's in
Where's he
Tampa.
at?
There's
It's in
Is it
Tampa.
Tampa?
there's a feeling in my gut that says Niners.
Well, your
Nigga.
gut's
Nah.
wrong.
The
Oh,
fact that the Niners are so depleted and we say that they have a chance against the Bucks is just astonishing.
I know.
That's
All
a
right.
testament to the Niners' depth.
All right, Bengals, Packers. Remember, Flacco starts, but I think Packers.
It's in
Um,
Lambeau.
no.
I'm going Green Bay.
No way, right?
day.
Yeah, Packers. No
the
way.
Bengals upset. Here
I'll
we
be
go.
shocked. if
You
he somehow
don't
beats the
mean
play.
that.
He already knows how to defeat him. It's
All right,
all
all right,
good.
all right. Lions, Chiefs in Arrowhead.
This would
Sunday
be
Night
such a
Football.
good game, but the Chiefs fucking sucks. I'm going to
Lions.
Chiefs. I mean
She's
the
going 2-4.
Lions.
She's going 2-4 Lions.
Mm.
They beat them at Arrowhead 2 years ago, season opener.
Yeah, but they got Travis Kelce this time. I'm going Kansas City.
Won't make a difference.
Honestly,
gonna
Travis Kelce was there last time. Chris Jones was more the difference.
I'm gonna
since he
go.
didn't play.
For some reason,
But-
guys, I'm kind of concerned with the fact that Terry and Arnold and DJ Reed are gonna be out.
Ah,
I'm gonna go Chiefs.
fooey.
I'm gonna go Chiefs. I'm gonna go Chiefs.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, I'm
He has
going Chiefs.
PTSD, and I understand. Okay, but
I'm
I
gonna-
think
I'm gonna go Chiefs. I'm gonna go Chiefs.
think the
Bills?
Lions. Okay,
Bills, Falcons, Bills.
Woo!
Bills.
If I'm being honest,
Bills.
I hate saying this, but if I'm being honest, I'm going
What the
Atlanta.
fuck? What are we doing here? What's
Monday
happening?
night
What's in the
game.
water?
Monday night
Not
game.
again.
Look, Monday night game, both throwback uniforms too. Atlanta's wearing their throwbacks. Bills are wearing their.
Man, what,
Look,
what are we doing here? What are we talking about here? Are we? This is Josh Allen, bro. What are we talking about? What are we?
Let's
What
go,
are we
Bills.
on today?
Bro.
Bro.
Bijan Robinson is about to run all over that fucking defense.
Okay,
Tyler
nigga,
Algier.
and it's
Bro.
still Josh Allen. What are we talking
No, I got Atlanta.
What are we
I got
talking
Atlanta in the upset. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm going
Yeah, I got
Atlanta.
Atlanta too. I got Atlanta too.
No way. All right,
What is
whatever.
in the water over there?
Bears, Commanders. Yep.
Huh, Bears.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I'm
Is
going
What?
Commies.
this in Chicago?
It's in Washington.
Oh no, it's gonna be a part 2.
Oh my god, I just forgot about that. Holy shit. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
It's
and it's the
legit-
same uniforms too.
I'm going Washington.
Listen, all right. I really want to go my team.
I got
I
Commanders.
really do. I really do. But I feel they're gonna be really angry, and I just don't trust it.
I'm going Commanders.
I
Stop
got
it.
Commanders.
All right, how many
But
points do we
fuck them
think?
Bears niggas, bro.
How many
Uh,
points?
So I'm gonna say 75.
What the?
What the
fuck?
fuck? Okay,
Whoa.
this fucking guy over here.
Whoa.
I was gonna say like 40, 45, but I mean,
I'm gonna go 49.
I was gonna say we win 28-21, so 49, yeah.
All right, well, that is episode 5 of Talkin Football with Larlar. Thank you guys so
Now
much for
get out.
listening and watching. And thank you guys so much for making sure to listen to our weekly podcast. We will be back most likely next Wednesday for episode 6, where we will do the once again same exact thing here. And let's see what happens. There are definitely going to be some upsets here, but yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah, the Panthers.
Make sure you guys hit that follow button and hit that subscribe button. And thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.